Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and share our opinions and give the hottest it takes so you can go back into work the next day and tell all your coworkers all the disinformation we give you. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have a special guest host, Rakai. Say what's up to the people, Rakai.
What's going on, people? This is Rakai Steed, the nuke from the Ville, the man with the plan. It is he, because it can be me, because I'm gonna do it like I do it for Mother TV.
Yeah, all that's a long introduction. That was a long introduction. I need to make one for myself. First piece of news today: Indiana Jones TV series is in development at Disney Plus. According to Variety, Disney and Lucasfilms are looking to develop a new live-action Indiana Jones series for the Mouse House, a content surging streaming platform. Makes total sense. While specifics have yet to been said and revealed to the potential of Indiana Jones, you think we're gonna have Harrison Ford back?
I
Is
don't.
Harrison going to show up for Indiana Jones?
Isn't Harrison Ford like 175 years old? Like he, I mean, even the whole fact that he's in Indiana Jones 5 is just bananas to me. Like so.
Hey. They said a young Indiana Jones. How about mid-age Indiana Jones with Shia LaBeouf?
I mean,
Shia's Indiana.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Shia LaBeouf is a strong actor, but I don't know. I think yeah, Harrison Ford should be put to rest. I mean,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
great movies and except for that last one. So
Yeah, they were great movies except for that last one. The last one's kind of campy.
I I don't even know what to say about
I
that.
mean, they went into a refrigerator and blew up a refrigerator, and he survived the nuclear bomb.
Nuclear blast, yeah.
And yeah, and ants and the killer ants.
In the I just the aliens I can't.
Yeah, it was just bad. It was just bad. It was Spielberg saying, "Hey, let's do this one last time with Lucas and
Spielberg on LSD.
Lucas," and they just didn't do it.
No, they didn't do it. They both took holiday.
Yep, yep. On to some other news. That's Star Wars related. We might get a Star Wars film from Deadpool 3 director Sean Levy. Deadpool 3 director Sean Levy is in talks to direct a new movie in the franchise. Deadline doesn't have any details of the plot and the writer, and the film may not happen for a long, long time. However, Levy is on tap to do the fifth and final season of Stranger Things and Deadpool 3. And then may skate over to do some work on Star Wars.
I don't hate it.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't hate it.
I mean,
I just
mhm.
uh, if if this is approved by John Favreau and Dave Filoni, then I'm okay with it. It just
Yeah,
seems to be like Dave Filoni is the only person who knows which way is up when it has to do anything with Star Wars. It just um I'm about sick of I could swear isn't Kathleen Kennedy gone? Like why is she
I don't know. I don't know. Isn't she still there? I thought she was. I may be
I think
wrong.
that's part of the problem.
Yeah, it may be. I mean, they had some other problems to worry about. They probably have a film with Taika Waititi, Star Wars film.
Yeah, but
They
I heard
have
the
Patty
86 film
Jenkins.
too. I
Yeah, I
thought they
think
got
I
rid
think
of her film too.
they got a Patty Jenkins Star Wars film, right?
She was the one
Rogue
trying to do Rogue.
Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, but I think they 86 that. Um,
Okay.
the
Um,
the one guy who just the new movie is coming out, Devotion. Was it JD?
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they 86 his movie that he was in talks for. Um,
Okay.
the Ryan Johnson trilogy is still in limbo or maybe
Mm-hmm.
officially canceled.
Because
So
him and JJ Abrams don't like each other and JJ got pulled. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. They should have gave James Gunn a Star Wars series where he went over there to DC.
absolutely should have.
They should have done that. you know. But like I said, I haven't started watching whatchamacallit, Andor. I haven't started watching Andor, but my theory of no Jedi and no force, and just Star Wars has turned out good. Apparently, people are loving the idea of a Star Wars without the force.
Well, I mean, because the thing is, the Force is something special, something fantastical, which, and as we saw in the movie, not everyone has it. So, what
Hmm.
else is going on in this gigantic galaxy, this gigantic universe,
Hmm.
that doesn't involve, not everyone has a lightsaber and knows the Force. So,
Yes,
it's okay.
you know, wizards with swords, battle mages. It's
Mhm.
hard. It's hard. It's really interesting because they have painted themselves in the corner where there's only two sides of the force, or two houses that actually hone the powers of the force, but Sith and Jedi, when there's so many more in that universe and galaxy that have been written about. It'd be nice to see
Brave
them.
enough to branch out and do something
Mhm.
else.
Yeah, we talked about it
Great
yesterday.
Jedi's, I want the wheels. I mean, there's so much there.
Hmm. We talked yesterday. They're going into the High Republic, which is
Mhm.
very, very positive. But hopefully they'll canonize what J.J. Abrams put in the legend, so he can remake Star Wars: The New Hope.
Hmm.
So that's what he did. He's like, I'm going to make The New Hope over. All
I,
this other stuff is going into the canon when I do
yeah,
these prequels,
I don't want
and
to see.
that
I want to
hopefully
see
they
the Old
unlock all that.
Republic. I want to see the High Republic. I want to see
Hmm.
anything else.
Hmm. I
And
want to
no,
see them leave the
no one should
Skywalker
be named
family
Skywalker.
alone.
I don't want to see no one's name Skywalker or Palpatine.
Yep. Two things I don't want to see.
Mm.
Palpatine, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind them having the rise of Palpatine before he became the Chancellor and before he became the Lord Sidious. Like, who was this
Show me
kid?
something else. Show me his son that we never knew he had. The one who was the nobody parent of Ray. Show me the
Or show me him growing up. Like, what made Palpatine Palpatine?
show me when he was a Padawan or whatever,
Yeah,
apprentice to
he
his
wasn't a Jedi. He
no, I
wasn't
mean,
a Jedi.
he was a apprentice to his Sith Lord. Show,
Yeah, yeah. Like, how did he not get picked up by the Jedi? And how did he become a Sith?
yeah, I mean they must all have special powers because can nobody detect them?
Yeah, so tell me that story. That story sounds interesting. We're gonna go into some video game news. There might be a Horizon MMO in the works. So Guerrilla Games, a Sony studio who's known for Killzone, they went to Horizon Forbidden West, and the Horizon Zero Dawn. They
Mhm.
may be working on building the MMO of the same title. As first reported by MTN, a South Korean financial news site, sources close to NCSoft and Sony explain that the two companies have entered into an agreement to create a new online NSoft-based game. So it's NSoft. It is not even Guerrilla, but it's based on Guerrilla's single-player game to make a Horizon MMO.
Hmm.
I'm thinking, would I be willing to play that? I want to say I would. I can't imagine not playing it.
I, I don't know because I haven't really been in the MMOs like that. Like I mean,
Yeah.
for me, I am more interested in the spin-off game that they have. I think that's based in Horizon Forbidden West. That's
Hmm.
the Sony's VR2 game. Like
Yeah.
that interests me. Like that might
Yeah.
be an interesting take in VR. I don't know if
Hmm.
I don't know if I would want
Are
that.
you gonna spend $500 for a headset though?
Absolutely not. When I saw the price, is it 5 or 5.99?
It's like 550.
No, sir. No, sir.
550. It's
No,
$50 cheaper than a console with a disc drive.
sir. I'm already, what I'm saying, I'm already a couple organs light just to get the PlayStation 5. Like, back market deal. And I didn't really have the Ace card. I was like, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I'll have it. I'm stupid. I'm stupid.
It's because you have everything.
I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. Um, but I'm curious. I'm curious. I work in reality sciences,
I
so I
mean,
have to have it.
have to have it.
I have to have it. It's
And that's
necessary.
and that's what I'll do. I'll fly across the country to play yours.
It costs just as much.
But that's all right.
It costs just as much. Yep. So, keeping the gaming news. Sega's hiring a Sonic lore master to keep up all his nonsense. So Sonic has been all over the place for the last 31 years, has all kinds of bizarre storylines, has Shadow, has a bunch of characters, has animation, has two movies, and just released a new video game
Mhm,
that has I heard some really stellar moments, but
mhm.
some really bad moments at the same time to keep up the lore. What do you think about that?
I think that that's a fantastic idea because
Yeah. So Sonic
when
Team.
Sonic first came out, I was a Sonic fan. I loved the game, and I'm not even going to talk about how much I love the game, but I love the game a lot. It has seen a lot of different takes and iterations, but
Mm-hmm.
what I most enjoy about it is that it's come back around, and now
Mm-hmm.
I have kids, and my 11-year-old and especially my 6-year-old love Sonic, and they could play Sonic all day long. But it is
Yeah.
convoluted. There's a lot of characters. I don't understand the story. I don't understand where the characters came in, what their allegiances are. So, yeah, someone to come in and clean that up and streamline it and make it
Mm-hmm.
where it's palatable and even accessible for somebody like myself who's an old time fan. That works for me.
Yep. I remember when I fought Sonic the Hedgehog when it came out. I worked at Micro City Government. Rakai knows Micro City Government. It's a
Yeah.
place where you give out free lunch. I took my very first check, which was $90. And I rode my bicycle to what was Babbage's, which was considered a GameStop. And I was there when it opened. I got so the place opened at 9. I got there at 8 o'clock. So I made sure I was the first one in line. And I
Mhm.
sat there for a whole hour. The guy comes up. He says, "So why are you here?" I said, "To pick up the Sonic video game." He said, "Oh." He opened up the door. And back then he didn't wait for me to open. He said, "Come on in and get it." And I
Yeah.
walked in. He said, "We only got 3 copies, and you got the first one." I was so giddy. I was like,
Man,
"Oh yeah, this is official." Then I
but
rode my bike back home and went to Micro City Government to work that morning. And I took my first check and blew it on Sonic.
now I remember because you told my brother that you
Mm-hmm.
had it and it
Mm-hmm.
didn't really mean anything to him.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that you had it, and I was like, wait, what? Oh, I'm going over to Chuck's house. No, like to me, I was like, and he just looked at me like, I don't get it, and I was like, dude,
It's
that,
Sonic.
yeah,
That's a whole different story. That's a whole different
that's
story.
cool.
It's a whole different story. But yeah, I was so giddy. It was like my first major purchase in life with my own real money that I worked hard
Yes,
for.
big bucks.
And so when Sonic Frontier came out, I heard it's a good start. I heard what plagued Sonic Frontier was not just the game design and the convoluted weird story, but it's that it felt like it was rushed. They
Hmm.
said that as you're running your Sonic speed really fast, things
Hmm.
just pop into the environment because things aren't loading as fast as they should load in the game.
Yeah,
It's sad.
I knew that it was weird if a 6-year-old doesn't want to play that. Like my son would rather go back and play like the Sonic Team Racing, Sonic Racing, or
Yeah.
something. Than,
Yeah. The old school games, the
yeah,
platformer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, there's definitely something wrong with this.
Yeah, yeah, but it's a good start. They've tried this 3D Sonic thing for a while. And me and both the Funk. So for people that are new to our show, we
Mm-hmm.
actually since we live stream it, we can actually talk to the people in chat. And the Funk was one of those people we've always talked about Sonic games, and then we have another friend named Archie who's diehard Sonic. I think Archie even has a Sonic tattoo. He's diehard on him. Like, yeah, this is my dude. Um, but it's nice to hear him say he was on the fence about the VR headset. They should put Sonic Frontiers in the VR headset and let people get sick. They probably sell way more headsets doing it. And the funk said he canceled his $800 Optimus Prime trailer. I am shocked by that because I swear he was gonna get that trailer no matter what. Because you have to have the full body part of Optimus Prime.
No, it's such a thing of beauty.
It is. It's a beautiful robot.
It is. I
The
just can't.
phone uncancel your $800 trailer and get it because you need a $1,600 robot.
Yeah, and I need to live vicariously through you because I
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I made the mistake of buying the Transformer GI Joe Megatron, which is the Cobra His tank, the the GI Joe Cobra His tank. That is Megatron with Baroness in it. It
mm,
looks amazing.
it
It
sounds.
looks amazing. And so I got that, and I got the Bumblebee, which is a Jeep. He's a Jeep Wrangler with Stalker, the black guy in it. Yep, right here,
Jeep Wrangler.
military Jeep. You got Joe Transformers because I'm stupid. And I said, hey, I need to have those GI Joe Transformers. Transformers will take all my money. I'm stupid.
Transformers are awesome though. I
They
mean,
are awesome.
I
They
don't.
make no sense whatsoever, but they're awesome toys.
They are awesome.
Going to the next story. Let's go to the next story since we speed off away from Sonic. The largest crypto firm Binance to acquire rival FTX after exchange stops processing withdrawal. So the crypto winter has swallowed one of the largest crypto suppliers, FTX, which until now was ranked the third largest exchange by trade volume. Announced Tuesday they were being acquired by rival exchange Binance, the absolute largest exchange in the biz. So we're seeing crypto um crypto companies swallow other crypto companies as this technology is coming online.
I mean,
So,
it really doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, it's a little bit ahead of what we're seeing. I
mm-hmm,
mean, but you know, if you think about the heyday of Microsoft, if you think about Google, you think about all the big corporations that were swallowing other companies that did and created a lot of things that were in line with what they did. I mean, you know, Google or Microsoft, you know, some of those companies, they didn't create a lot of the technologies and things they had. They swallowed the other companies that did. And I don't know. This does not surprise me because the world is moving light speed ahead of what it used to move.
yes,
I just think it's interesting because this is a whole other channel that people heard about for a little while on the peripheral, but we still haven't even scratched the surface of crypto yet, and no one's still like talking about it or, you know, the sexy time of crypto is gone. So
it's gone. It's way gone.
but
We,
it'll come back around as cyclical. Like, you know, I kicked myself in the butt for not investing or doing something about Bitcoin when I first heard about it when that movie Dope came out in 2016, 2015.
mm-hmm,
You know. But, you know, at that point I was like, well, I'm never gonna be on the dark web and order heroin or, you know, or an assassination. So what do I need
why
for?
you even need crypto?
I was like, what do I need that for? I'm not gonna order any assassinations or, you know.
I remember I bought some Bitcoin because my friend Toby Granger told me I should buy some. And Toby and Dudley would argue and fight over it all the time. And Dudley kept telling him it was stupid. It's a dumb thing. And Toby won in that argument. Toby went out when the Bitcoin hit high, sold all his Bitcoin for like probably think it was like $1,200 a coin, and bought a house and bought a house. And he could have held out another 8 months and bought a couple of houses, but one house for over $1 million in Los Angeles is nothing. Literally bought a house.
You know, and all I can think of is about when I first found out about it, all I can hear is that Kanye verse. And you ain't up on this. And
Yep.
nobody was up on this, and I knew about it. And even when
Yep.
the movie came out, like nobody even saw what crypto was. And I was like, but just because at that time I could not see the how it would play into the real world. I didn't jump on it.
Yep. None of us did. None of us saw it coming. When nobody thought that that Chinese millionaires and billionaires and Russian millionaires and billionaires needed to hide their currency so fast and so hard.
But that's how it's going to come back around, and then not
Mm-hmm.
for this time, crypto will come back, and the metaverse, you know, is going to come back, and you know, it's going to be Ready Player One out here, and you know, all the people could be making millions off of, you know, virtual real estate.
Yes, yes. There is. There's a lot going on right now. A
Mhm.
lot of currencies, polka dot. I have friends telling me all the time what I need to invest in. I just can't keep up with it. I'm like, man, I don't have time. I have friends, this is their day job. Is trading cryptos and stocks. And they're not good at it. They're not Wall Street, right? Wall Streets are teams of people with
Mhm.
teams of analysts that break the rules every day to make sure they make their money versus somebody sitting on a computer that's stuck playing the rules,
Mhm.
playing by the rules, trying to make trades
Yeah, and
with their limited knowledge and computer speeds.
he's got his blockchain in his closet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
And
crazy.
closet.
It's crazy. So AMC, the film company, on a
Mhm.
whole different thing, is working with Zoom to turn some theaters into giant meeting rooms. It's like, theater industry's suffering and they need other forms of revenue. So they're thinking about saying, hey, I mean, they're like Netflix does this, big companies do this. We could do this for everybody. We'll rent out a theater, throw up a Zoom meeting, let people have like a Zoom conference, do their TEDx talks right here in the middle of Zoom in the theater. What are your thoughts on that? So, I can see TechCrunch doing this. I can see a bunch of companies doing it. What are your thoughts?
I could see where that would appeal to corporations and large conferences and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like that's something that they already should have been doing. I mean, you just simply talking about a change of venue. I mean, a lot of them have, uh, you know, concert halls or, I mean, large venues and conference rooms to do that. So now we're going
Mm-hmm.
to take this and move it to a movie theater.
Yeah.
That doesn't,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you were doing something like Project X and, you're throwing a huge party in there and, hey, we're going to live stream it. And, that seems like something more for the MTV generation of old or, to do a conference in the movie theater. Just I, I don't get it.
Yeah. You never know. This could work. I don't know.
I mean, I guess. I mean, if you're at a conference, if you're at a tech crunch or even doing a TED talk, just I mean, if the venue itself came in price below other venues and it was the perfect setup for you to do that, then that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I
No,
mean, beyond
just stream. Like you have it on your main headquarters. You have limited seating, so you have 300 employees there, but you're opening up to the general public to come in. Like for example, WWDC, the Apple conference.
that.
They can stream it all online, but they can get all the Apple fanatics together and say, hey, if you're in LA, go to AMC Theater in Santa Monica and pay nothing. Just show up. Just pre-order your tickets. We got 4 theaters. We're gonna stream it live right there.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, just like when
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Google I/O conference,
Mm-hmm.
and they, had their own amphitheater and a shoreline to do it,
Mm-hmm.
or different campuses across the country and different office spaces. I could see
Mm-hmm.
something like that, like, to pull you in and make you feel like you're a part of the conference, even though you're not in San Jose. That I get
Mm-hmm.
that could be viable, but outside of
Yeah.
that, I really don't get this as a money maker for AMC. Like, because I mean, with to do something like that, it seems like this is something that you need as a constant basis. Like, this is
Yes, you need to have people bought
yeah,
all the
this
way
is
in
kind of
now.
a shot in the dark here and there kind of thing.
But they had theaters that they're right now running that are just empty.
Yeah,
So, it's better to have some attendance for something than no attendance all the time. No, movie theaters haven't came back yet. They're not back. We thought they were coming back, but streaming services are crushing it. That's why I'm thinking it'd have been smarter for Netflix to buy AMC or partner with AMC and say, look, we're going to add another $5 to streaming. You take a vote. You vote on the show you want to go see, and you just show up to the theater and go see it.
yeah.
People will pay top dollar to see that. We're going to show the first 3 episodes of Stranger Things season 5 on these days. Just come
That
in,
makes sense and make them events. You
make
know,
it events.
make
Yep.
to make things and yeah, to make them events. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's something that you could do week in and week out at theaters across the country.
Mm-hmm.
You can do different type of, almost make it like a festival type atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me.
Yep.
The first 2 or 3 episodes, and Rodney said in the chat that he paid money to watch Rings of Power in theater. Yeah,
Yep.
like first couple episodes, yeah, definitely, or even the last couple episodes, whatever have you.
Season
Um,
finale.
yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that would be, and that could be amazing. Like that could be, you could do that every weekend.
Yep.
That could
Every
work.
weekend. You can run all kinds of shows. You have your new children's shows come on, children's movies pop up. With your Disney Plus, you have a special Disney Plus scanning QR code that says, "Hey, I'm the family of one. I bought extra subscriptions for my family. There's 5 of us. We pay an extra $10 per person a month, and
Hmm.
we come into the movie theater to watch our shows. I
That
take all my kids to the movie theater to do this versus us watching at home."
especially since they're losing so many subscribers with their crackdown on who's sharing subscriptions or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I mean, with people still kind of concerned about the pandemic and um, them streaming movies to theaters and online video on demand at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That strategy to go to the theaters, partnership between Netflix and AMC, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It saves two ships that are slightly sinking right now. That
Hmm.
need a new model to resurge them. They should hire me.
They, man,
They should hire me.
who are they talking to in these
I,
meetings?
I will fix all of this with my ideas that are half baked. Hire smarter people. I will Elon Musk the
Well,
shit out of this.
if that idea is half baked, then no one put any heat at all on the other idea they had.
Mm-mm,
They
mm-mm.
served that up raw.
I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
that was raisins and potato salad.
Yeah, yeah. Um, we're almost at time. Thank you, Mark, for showing up, and thanks to Funk for always coming in. I want to talk about something that's not on our news list that came in my feed on my Feedly.
Hmm.
For y'all that don't know, Feedly is a blog and website aggregator that you pay good money for, but it brings all your stories together in different locations,
Right.
into one folder for you to look at throughout the day. Um, Octavia Butler, the
Mm.
mother of American Afrofuturism, actually has one of her novels, Kindred, made into, I think, a movie. And they showed the trailer for it today.
That's a series.
The series, yes, series. It's an adaptation. I know they took it, and it's a series. And they showed the trailer today, and it got me excited because it's horror, but it's
Mm.
modern day horror.
Yeah,
And I'm all in on this. I put it in our chat on the side here, but I think it's brilliant. And FX is the one doing it. And FX does things well.
FX have been killing the game for a
They've been killing the game. And the show's set to the premiere in December.
while.
What are your thoughts on this? How do you feel about this?
I think it is fantastic. I mean, and here's the thing about Octavia Butler, like especially this Kindred series. Like if you see the trailer, it brings all of the things that are the African Americans' fears into one particular view. Like her juxtaposition, how she shifts back and forth. I don't know, it's a dream or how they're having it portrayed. Where she's walking on both sides in the present and in the past. And on
Mm-hmm.
the slave plantation, and then and she's screaming because she's in like a nightmare or whatever, and then the neighbors call the cops on her, so now it's the neighbors, the police show up. It's like you woke up from one nightmare into another nightmare. Like it's gonna be riveting.
Yeah, yeah. It's time traveling. She's
Yeah,
time traveling while black. So, one thing you know about black people, we don't care too much for time traveling. Like, there's not a point in our history in this country where we're like, hey, I want to go back to this time because that sounds cool. We couldn't do Back to the Future. It wouldn't work for us the same way.
Yeah, what's that the TV show that was on Showtime or Stars here recently where the woman was time traveling. God, I can't think of what it was. It's like almost like she time traveled into like her ancestor or something.
I don't know. That sounds interesting. What show is that?
It's a popular show and I can't think of what the name of it is. I've only seen one time traveling show or movie that involved African Americans that actually was really good. It was had some young teenagers in it. And
It's the one on Netflix, right?
yeah, it came out
Malcolm,
years ago.
Spike Lee's cousin did it. Not Malcolm, but another cousin did it.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're talking about. You know, something happened to the boy, and they just
Yeah,
relived.
the little girl was a genius, and it was
Mm-hmm.
almost like a science project, and she was trying to go back in time basically to save her brother from being killed or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. More black trauma.
Yeah, absolutely. Gangs and police. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, Mark said the one character from Lovecraft Country did a couple of time travel trips. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, but Lovecraft Country was so far out there, like it fit right into like why not? I mean, episode one, they fighting, gargoyle beasts or something, bloodhound.
Cthulhu
Yeah,
shows up
yeah, like
in the very first
why
episode.
not time travel? We might as
Mhm.
well. We've done everything else in this show. We had demons, Cthulhu, vampires, zombies. What else? Aliens. We'll do it all.
Aliens, yeah, witches,
We'll do it all.
yeah,
Black
uh,
woman became a white woman for a day. I mean, hey, let's do it.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be interesting what Kendrick comes out to be. Octavia Butler's first. They take one of her novels and actually turn it into something that we can see. The novel frames empathy and care for forces powerful enough to move people through space and time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like empathy and love make her move through
Yeah,
space and
it'd
time.
be
So
great.
that's even more interesting, that concept.
It should be great. I hope that it catches on. I mean,
Hmm.
because it's more powerful than just people who are fans of horror. If not,
Yeah.
we should support Octavia Butler because the more stuff like this we support, the more stuff like this and for more black authors and black creators gets created. So
Hmm. Yes,
especially when
we.
we keep hollering for we want original content, we want original IP. So I think this is really a step
Hmm.
in the right direction.
Hmm.
I love it.
I'm gonna close with this idea. I know we're running over time, but I brought this up to Randy yesterday. If Shang-Chi shows up into Wakanda, would your head explode? So
Yeah,
you have Namor for the Latin American population, Wakanda, and then Shang-Chi pops in with Wong to help out.
nah, bruh. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, my guy. I already made a whole movie where you copied the first Black Panther movie and just set it in Asia. Stop it, dude. Stay
No,
in.
he pops up as a character to help out. That would be awesome to see. You trying to tell me that wouldn't be awesome to see? I want to see that.
I don't want to see it.
I do. I do. It'd be kind of like the Avengers coming together. The
No,
Avengers of color, colored Avengers.
no, only,
Avengers.
only because pre Civil War, whatever the movie was, Wakanda has not been conquered, has not had no problems for thousands of years. We didn't let the colonizers in, and it's all hell has broken loose. No,
That's what happens when you let them in.
well, no, we don't need no help. No,
That's
see,
all
I'm
happens.
about we like I'm from there. I'm from East Wakanda,
I don't think there's an East
from the
Wakanda, but
west side of
okay.
Wakanda.
West side of Wakanda. But it'd
Yeah.
be nice to see that he comes in and is like, hey, look. I know y'all don't have Black Panther right now, but I'm gonna come and try to help you guys out. Me and Wong.
Now, you want to make it interesting? Have his sister show up.
His sister's gonna show up.
Have her show up. I'll accept it. I want him to show up.
Shang-Chi's sister.
Yep.
That would probably be interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. But I don't. I like to have the 10 rings in there and see that
Yeah,
fight
that's
go
why you have
down.
his sister show up, not him.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But it'd be nice to see. It'd
Mm.
be nice to see different sets of superheroes from the universe and not just the white ones. Because they're gonna have what's his name? Freeman, whatever his name is, save the
Yeah,
day
Martin.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna save the day anyway.
the CIA dude.
Yeah, yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna save everybody.
Mm-mm.
But no, I don't know. I don't know. The movie's been getting some good ratings. Um, Rumor has it they're gonna be working on it until it gets onto Disney Plus. So the visual effects are constantly improved. And depending on which ones you see is what the update you get.
Just I don't know. I mean, I understand that this was a labor of love, and it seems like in order to make it a proper tribute to Chadwick, they put everything into it. But I'm almost like, okay, where do they go from here? I mean, does Ryan Coogler even? I mean, because I'm sure that they started out thinking that this was going to be a trilogy like most of the other superhero movies.
No, it's supposed to be a one-off. The actual Black Panther is supposed to be a one-off.
Was it?
Yeah. They say, hey, we're gonna give you black people
I
one
could
movie and
actually,
call
from a
it.
Marvel standpoint, I could see that because they
It's
probably
gonna
didn't think
supposed to
it
be
was
a
going to hit.
one-off.
They probably didn't think it was going to hit. So,
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
you know,
mm-mm.
have
They
we
they
learned?
they put him
Have we learned nothing?
into.
You got everything that you got because of one Wesley Snipes. A black man is a vampire. Gave you everything, and now you haven't learned. You haven't learned yet.
The people show up. Like when Black Panther showed up in Civil War, he was like the highest ranked superhero on the scene when he hit the scene. Like the ratings on that one character showing up was high. It
Hmm.
wasn't Ant-Man, it wasn't Spider-Man. That's who they thought it was gonna
I know
be.
they thought it was, they knew they just knew it was going to be Spider Man.
Spider-Man, yeah. And it was actually seeing Black Panther got everybody excited.
I know
And
this
that's
is
when they're like, yeah, I guess we're doing the right thing by doing this one movie. Shut the black people up.
this. Not that's where we messed up. That's what we should have done. We
Mhm.
should have had all the voting polls at, and we should have had Wakanda Forever open today, and all the voting polls at the movie theaters. Go down the roads.
So that way everybody would have
Yeah.
voted. Yeah, it'd have been a whole different thing.
Why are you here? Why you
I
waiting on
like
the
how Mark said Bravengers. The Bravengers.
brother, brother.
Bravengers. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting though. I would just like to see all the Marvel characters of color, superheroes, work together. Not within the white gaze, but they just pop up, somehow, some way.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I don't mind them, what I'm saying, teaming up and doing stuff
mhm.
together.
Like
At
I
some,
can't wait for America to meet Miss Marvel.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's gonna get me really excited. Two teenage girls meet each other
Hmm.
and be like, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah.
Then they face off against Kang, and Kang beats everybody's ass.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of room to grow, and I
Hmm.
really want them to see something different because I
Hmm.
don't know. I keep reading stories, and I don't know if that's just part of the narrative people keep putting out there that people are getting tired of the superhero thing. Because
People,
especially I read an article today about where night Werewolf by Night didn't even pop, like it didn't. Another
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, but they didn't market it at all.
No, they just threw it up on Disney Plus,
Yeah, it's just
like this holiday special. This Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special thrown up there.
I've seen 2 commercials for it.
I'm not seeing it. All the time I seen anything on is on Disney Plus.
Well, and me seeing it, it's probably on YouTube. It probably wasn't like a real.
Hmm.
So
I saw that trailer too.
yeah.
And but I think that's the strategy of Disney. Like all this stuff exists. You don't have to see it all. Just see the main through line stuff. It's
Well,
kind of like how they do Star Wars, right?
well, to
The
me, it
films
seems
are
like
completely
you
different
know,
from
you know what it
what's up.
seems like.
What?
It's like they hired Percy Miller to do all their marketing. Back in the day,
Mm,
Max P, he threw up a no limit record every week. He didn't do
yeah.
any marketing. He's like, we in
Mm,
the record store every week. You're gonna
hmm.
show up and buy it. We may put a video out to this album. We may not. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well,
People
we
show up and
roll
buy
out an
it.
album every week of the year.
The
And that's
diehard fans, the true people, Marvel lights, they're gonna go see it. Like the Star Wars fans, they're gonna see it regardless. There's only a handful of people that watch the Clone Wars.
Yeah, but there's something to be said about quality over
Mm-hmm.
quantity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, Marvel's been consistent in their quality.
Mm.
They've
Like
gave us a
even,
variety.
and I know that they're consistent, and I know that they're putting out some great stuff because you hear other people scared.
Mm-hmm.
James Cameron scared,
Mm-hmm.
which
Is he though? Is he
shouldn't.
though?
He
Really?
shouldn't be. He shouldn't be.
I'm so saying.
Shouldn't be. But you heard his quote where he's saying if Avatar 2 doesn't do X, Y, and Z, then he's gonna quit the business. He's
He's gonna
done.
quit at 3. Three's it.
Yeah, but I don't think he has anything to
He has nothing to prove. He has nothing to prove.
no, because I think Avatar 2 is gonna be amazing.
I think
And
so too.
it might actually be a real story.
I They
Instead
said
of
this.
Dances with Wolves.
Once you wrap your head around what Avatar 2 is, you'll go back and watch 1 and it will no longer be Dances with Wolves. It's a whole different movie once you see the
Now,
number 2.
that now see that is something
That
I can get behind.
that's
That I want to
fascinating.
see.
Yeah. They
You
said
mean
that
to
you
tell
think
me?
it's
You
Dances
mean to
with
tell me
Wolves.
that this one gives me so much story that I go back and watch one and
You're
no
like,
longer see
oh, I missed that.
Pocahontas
Oh,
in
I
space.
see that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen,
Mm-hmm.
come with it. I
Mm-hmm.
know hey, T2 is still a classic to this day. Come with me, sir.
T1 is a classic. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Terminator 1 is a classic, but Terminator 2?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, so
With
okay, Avatar what was good? Give me T2, sir.
Yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna close the show for today. Anything you want to share with anybody?
No, I just once again, very glad to be on Geek Beast and
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to binge worthy later this week.
Yep.
And just let
Friday. Right now, it
you know,
looks like Friday.
yeah. Well, and I will be there on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta is amazing this season, and for everyone else, I'll see y'all.
Man.
I see y'all at West Wakanda on Thursday night.
West Wakanda. I'm
Yes,
gonna start making t-shirts. West Wakanda. West side. West side. Oh Lord. I can't. With that being said, shout out to Rodney. Shout out to Digital Click for keeping us looking good. Shout out to Rodney for doing all the production work, technical production, and directing behind the scenes. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Defunct for always writing the articles and curating them for me every day. And I don't know if he enjoys it or not, but he does such a great job of it. He's like one of the backbones to the show, and he watches the shows. And shout out to Randy, who lost his internet today because he's in Ohio.
Um,
Limited because he's in Ohio. With that being said, good night, everyone. Peace.